See, everybody dance, pick up with the light and make the girls them jolly. Shut up, Tima, I go make gonna go so high and high. Regina, the producer, this one you want to refuse. I say, make everybody them come closer. This is make the girls Uruge Bumadule. See, everybody dance, pick up with the light and make the girls them jolly. Shut up, Tima, I go make gonna go so high and high. Regina, the producer, this one you want to refuse. I say, make everybody them come closer. This is somebody want to get closer. Guess you never know. Now we be them mama. Guess you never know. Muna motu shode by my side. Guess you never know. Everywhere you go, the people them they holla. Guess you never know. Everybody done they holla. Guess you never know. Now we be them mama. Guess you never know. Now we be them
My name is too
mama.
short when I step on stage. You fit give me 2 mil for my minimum wage. Cause when I rage, they hold down my lap at the face. From the weather any day, in the water I wade. I did push, I did fly. See all this babe, all of them they wonder. I know they talk too much, I just drive. 22 spinning when I drive by. See all these boys, they to the show. These days, all of them they carry no. Me I no sing, cause in the end, they know they come body, they won't play. I'm so happy, I'm so proud. I know they hide anything, I'm so loud. So everybody clear road that they come, especially these people where they form.
Guess you never know. Now we be them mama. Guess you never know. Muna motu shode by my side. Guess you never know. Everywhere you go, the people them they holla. Guess you never know. Everybody done they holla. Guess you never know. Everybody say, now we be them mama. Guess you never know. Everybody say, now we be them mama. Everybody just put up their hands in the air one time, make us see up on the face. And then Natty Maya where they hot like a fire right now, and they strike like a thunder. Bad people they want make I die. Olo fofo they want make I cry. Uru people they want me to cry. Laila wa like Dala, I don't go fit cry. Some people they want see me they run my brother man. I swear I go burn like a fire. Anytime when I walk out for road, I saw the people that think Natty Maya and they crazy. All the people them bass okay. Mama and Papa them chounce okay. All the brother them well okay. Brothers and sisters they okay. Everybody say yes you never know. Now we be them mama. Yes you never know. Muna motu shode by my side. Yes you never know. Everywhere you go, the people them they holla. Yes you never know. Everybody done they holla. Yes you never know. Now we be them mama. Yes you never know. Now we be them mama. What do we want gonna get? What do we talk again? What do we want shot? What do we want shot? What do we want shot? What do we want what do we got the other one? What do we want talk again? Everybody say yo. Everybody say yo. Everybody say
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurex BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple and Google App Stores.
A very, very warm morning to all our dedicated listeners and viewers and welcome to the Weekend News Review Show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio, with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. Okay, just before we get into the highlights for this weekend, for those of us that have been, for those dedicated listeners and viewers that have been listening and watching your dedicated weekend news review show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio, you all know what I'm about to do. So before we get into the headlights, really, highlights for this weekend, I need you to get your smart devices out, get your phones out. Come on now, get your phones out. You know what I'm about to do. Get your phones out and make sure you give us a quick follow on our social media platforms. It's all there for you, on Facebook, on Twitter, now called X, on Spotify, on Instagram, and on YouTube is at Tag Radio 1. Okay, so do make sure you quickly get your phones out and follow our social media platforms. Also get this opportunity to get yourself a warm beverage, whether it's a cup of tea, a coffee, whatever tickles your fancy. Get that as well, because you will need that. The weather is a little bit, but it's getting better actually. So if you do feel you need a moment to get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or what have you, do take this opportunity to do so. But before you do that, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. It's all there for you, on Facebook, on Twitter, now called X, on Spotify, on Instagram, and on YouTube at Tag Radio 1. Okay, and if you look to my left, right there, make sure you also download our online radio platform. So if you are using the Android product, just go to Google Play, or better still, Play Store. And if you're using the Apple product, you can go to your App Store and just download Tag Radio, and you can benefit from listening to engaging, exciting, interactive, educative, wonderful content, okay, all the way at your fingertips. Okay, so do make sure you download our online radio app, and a special shout out to those who are actually tuned in via our radio app, and also a massive shout out to our dedicated viewers who are tuned in via our Facebook and YouTube platforms, who are watching live and listening live, because of course it is a live show. So thank you to those dedicated listeners and those dedicated viewers who are listening in and watching your trusted source, the Weekend News Review Show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio, with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun. We are broadcasting live and direct from Tag Radio Essex. And finally, I need you to do two things on our YouTube channel. Okay, so on our YouTube channel, I need you to click the subscription button, so you automatically subscribe to our YouTube channel. Very important. And another thing I need you to do is to click the notification button, so that way you are automatically notified whenever we release new episodes of the Weekend News Review Show or any of our shows at Tag Radio. So it's very important for you to click the notification button, and make sure you share our platforms. Okay, don't just keep it to yourself. Share our platforms with your friends, your family, your co-workers, your colleagues, everyone in your community. Just share our social media platforms with them, and let's help us to get our followership up. Okay, so that way we are encouraged and we are inspired, we are motivated that our dedicated listeners and viewers are actively engaging with us. Okay, so thank you once more. Welcome to the Weekend News Review Show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio, with yours truly, Kazeem Balogun, and we are broadcasting live and direct from Tag Radio Access. Like, we have amazing highlights for this weekend. So without further ado, let's dive into the highlights for this particular weekend. So I'm going to be starting from the local scene. So as we normally do, we have a particular order. So I'm going to be starting from the local scene, then going into the national scene, and then going into the international scene. So it's very important for you to pay attention, so you actually are aware, you are acutely aware of what's happening in your local communities, what's happening nationally, and what's happening internationally. All right, because this is the Weekend News Review Show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio. So here are the highlights at the local scene this weekend. So it's Basildon Green Energy Hub launches. So it's great news for those who are residing in the locality of Basildon. So Basildon Green Energy Hub launches. So exciting news for Basildon as the town inaugurates its first ever green energy hub. So this particular facility, designed to provide affordable renewable energy solutions, includes electric vehicle charging stations and solar powered infrastructure. The local MP Sarah Thompson basically hailed this project as a step forward in Basildon's commitment to sustainability and reducing energy costs for residents. So that's a thumbs up for Basildon. I mean, literally, it's all about electricity powered vehicles now, and it's literally, I mean, you heard it here. I'm telling you, 5 to 10 years, the focus will be on electricity vehicles. Like all that fuel, buying fuel or diesel, whatever, they're literally going to transition out. And then the focus is strictly going to be on electricity powered vehicles. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, man. So that's a plus for Basildon. So if you are in Basildon and you want to know more about this information, just simply do a quick Google search, or you can talk to your local authority about this particular initiative. Okay, so I will take that back. It's exciting news for Basildon as the town inaugurates its first ever energy hub, green energy hub. So this particular facility is designed to provide affordable renewable energy solutions. This obviously includes electric vehicle charging stations and solar powered infrastructure. According to the local MP, Sarah Thompson, she basically hailed the project as a step forward in Basildon's commitment to sustainability and reducing energy costs for residents. Still on the local scene, Essex schools campaign for mental health awareness. So schools across Essex have basically joined forces this week to promote mental health and awareness among students. So this particular campaign, supported by local charities and mental health professionals, aims to basically equip young people with coping strategies and encourage open conversations on mental well-being. Workshops and assemblies have been met with enthusiastic participation, and I might also include diversity in there. So I mean, I was at an event yesterday. It was just impressive to see the amount of schools that are actually inclusive, and they are actually including into the discussion the ongoing issue of equality and diversity. So I was at an event yesterday where I was just inspired to see the amount of work that is being done by these wonderful organizations. Learning Works, a massive shout out to Learning Works for the wonderful work they are doing as far as equality and diversity is concerned with schools. So it was quite, I was quite impressed actually to also see how many schools are doing quite a lot of work as far as diversity is concerned, making sure that inclusion, promoting inclusiveness. So I was really, really surprised to see the amount of schools, that are actually doing that wonderful work. But I want to give a special shout out to Learning Works for the wonderful work they've done, over a decade, as far as diversity, is actually concerned. So yeah, and because that also links with mental health, that also links with mental health and what have you. So, and it's very important that, diversity and inclusion, it continuously remains at the forefront of discussions. So yeah, so that's it for the news at the local scene. We are not going to be proceeding to the news at the national scene. So NHS strike negotiations continue. So the UK's United Kingdom's National Health Service remains in the spotlight as talks between healthcare unions and the government progress after months of strikes over pay and working conditions. Health Secretary Rachel Hayes has stated that an agreement is within reach, but union representatives insist that key demands still need to be addressed. Still at the national scene, the UK's economic growth beats forecast. So the Office for National Statistics, ONS, has basically reported a surprising 2.5% economic growth for the fourth quarter of 2024. All right, we are still expecting the report for 2025, but this report basically highlights the growth for the fourth quarter of 2024, so exceeding expectations. Apparently, growth has been attributed to strong performances in the technology and manufacturing sectors. Chancellor William Lawson basically celebrated the news, while opposition leaders cautioned that inflation and cost of living concerns remain pressing issues for many households. Okay, so that's about it for the national scene. We're not going to be moving forward to the highlights at the international scene. So over at the international scene, Donald Trump's presidency sparks new tech policies. I'll take that one more time. Donald Trump's presidency sparks new tech policy. So newly inaugurated US President Donald Trump has wasted no time making headlines during his first month back in the office. So this week, Donald Trump signed an executive order banning the use of TikTok on all federal devices. So citing national security concerns, in a televised statement, Trump described the app as a potential threat to American data privacy and hinted at broader measures to address technology sourced from foreign adversaries. So this particular decision has sparked debate, with critics arguing it may strain US-China relations further, while supporters claim it is necessary step for national security. Meanwhile, President Trump has announced plans for a sweeping review of foreign tech platforms operating in the United States. I mean, the last time I checked on this was that, Donald Trump was actually encouraging anyone who has the capital, actually over $1 trillion, I believe it is, to buy TikTok, and then give 50% to the states, the United States. And apparently there's this thing about permits, about TikTok getting a permit from the US government, because obviously if it doesn't get a permit from the US government, there is that possibility that TikTok could be valueless. But hey, so that's basically one of the many headlines that Donald Trump since he's returned back to office, that's one of the headlines that he has made in his first month back at the office. Right, so moving forward quickly, still at the international scene, tensions in Taiwan Strait escalate. So tensions in the Taiwan Strait basically is escalating. So the Taiwan Strait remains a hotspot for global attention as China conducted large-scale naval exercises near Taiwan. So the island nation's defense ministry called the drills a provocation, while President Trump reaffirmed the U.S. commitment to Taiwan's security during a press briefing. Donald Trump basically stated the United States stands with Taiwan and will not tolerate aggression in that particular region. The international community continues to watch developments closely. And that's about it at the international scene. We're now going to be progressing on to the sports scene, which I know this is the scene most of our dedicated listeners and viewers are actually anticipating. Okay, I do know. Okay, so over at the sports scene, the Australian Open upsets. The 2025 Australian Open continues to deliver surprises as several top seeds were knocked out in dramatic matches this week. British star Emma Raducanu exceeded the tournament after a close third round match, while Novak Djokovic is on track to secure another Grand Slam title. Tennis fans worldwide are glued to the intense competition. So the tennis fans worldwide are literally glued to the intense competition. And over at the football scene, so football league race heats up. The Premier League is a place with excitement. I mean, I'm literally excited about this as well because I can't literally wait to see what's going on. So the Premier League is ablaze with excitement after Manchester City naval victory over Liverpool, putting them neck and neck with Arsenal, okay, for the title. Elsewhere, Everton climbed out of the relegation zone with a crucial win against Wolves. Fans are eagerly anticipating next weekend's key fixtures. Okay, so keep your eye out for the next weekend's key fixtures. Okay, and so quickly, here is your dedicated weekend travel tip. So do take note for those who are preparing to travel this particular weekend, or if you do have travel plans for this particular weekend, do take note. Okay, so if you're planning to travel out this weekend, roads in Essex are generally clear. They are on the clear, but expect delays on the M25 near the Brentwood area due to scheduled maintenance. Rail services are running smoothly, but travelers should prepare for potential disruptions caused by heavy rain expected later tonight. All right, so always check for live updates before heading out. I'll take that one more time. So if you are planning to travel this weekend, roads, if you're living in the Essex area, roads in Essex are generally clear, but expect delays on the M25 near Brentwood due to scheduled maintenance. Rail services are running smoothly, but if you are traveling, do prepare for potential disruptions caused by heavy rain, which is expected later tonight. Always check for live updates before you head out. Okay, and here is the weather forecast for this weekend for Essex. So the weekend weather in Essex includes cloudy skies on Saturday, which is today, with a high of 10 degrees centigrade and a mild breeze. However, tomorrow, Sunday, will bring heavier rain showers and cooler temperatures with a high of 7 degrees centigrade. Perfect weather to stay indoors and chill and enjoy a bit of a hot drink while catching up on the latest news or series or whatever tickles your fancy. And that will bring us to a close of the Weekend News Review Show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio. So this is where we draw the curtains for this weekend's edition of the Weekend News Review Show. Until next time, where we'll be bringing you a brand new edition of the show. Don't forget to stay connected with us on our social media platforms. It's literally all there for you. On Facebook, on Twitter, now called X, on Spotify, on Instagram, and YouTube at Tag Radio 1. So don't forget to connect with us on our social media platforms. All right, and in addition to that, don't also forget to download our online radio app. It's right there for you. So if you're using the Android product, you can go to your Google Play or Play Store, and if you're using the Apple product, you can go to your App Store and download Tag Radio, and that way you can benefit from engaging, exciting, amazing, wonderful, educative content. Okay, that's right, you should download our online radio app, literally, and that way you could listen to we are open 24/7. Our online radio app just 24/7, so you can literally listen to amazing, engaging, wonderful, meaningful, content. And don't forget, on our YouTube channel, make sure you click the subscription button so you automatically subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also don't forget to click the notification button as well, so that way you are automatically notified whenever we release brand new episodes of your darling weekend news review show or any of our shows. Okay, so don't forget to do that for us, and don't forget to share with your friends. Don't just keep it to yourself. Share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your colleagues, share with everybody. Okay, once more, thank you for tuning in to the Weekend News Review Show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio. A massive shout out to our dedicated team at Tag Radio, our directorate, our management, and my other presenter colleagues as well, and our young people presenters as well, and of course our IT guru himself, who takes care of all things tech. Okay, once more, my name is Kazeem Balogun. Thank you once more for tuning in to your darling weekend news review show, your number one hub for local, national, and international news on Tag Radio. Whatever it is you're doing this weekend, please do endeavor to keep safe and remain joyful, and have yourself a wonderful weekend until we see you again next week. It's bye for now.
Anytime I look into your eyes, what I see is like a sapphire and diamond inside. There's a reason why anytime I look at you, I know you know they only see me from the outside. The reason why I trip for you is that you truly understand me so. And there's a million other reasons that makes me double it for you more and more.
And isn't it funny when they try to tear us apart? When I know we knew each other right from the start. See your love you will show, my love I will show. We believe in our unity, in our harmony, in our unity, in our harmony. Girl, I believe that we can fly so high, but before we reach the stars, we gon' meet by the weather in the sky. We will stand side by side. Our thing we will do for sure. That is if you believe me. That is if you believe me. Say you believe me.
When I see you in the world to me, and if you believe me, I will never make you win or find.
I like the way you do me. I like the way you do me.
You always got me going wild.
Baby, believe me when I say, now you ain't my time for my life. Now you ain't my time for my life. Say now you ain't my time for my life. Now you ain't my time for my life. Say now you ain't my time for my life.
This loving that I got inside for you is an obsession, and I know that it would never die. Now you be the best way they make me know the best way I the best that I gone before. If you my heart with gladness. Take it with me sadness. Let me see the light from the darkness. My heavenly princess, your heavenly fineness. Look how the world is senseless.
Girl, are you be the reflection of my dreams? Hey, no matter what them say, our love will keep flowing like the streams. Our water will never run dry. No matter where see them try. We be living in a unity, in a harmony, in a unity, in a harmony. Girl, without you, I no go fit to go another day.
No way.
Everything done days in the day you came around my way. I'll never make you feel blue, no matter what them I do. That is if you believe me, if you believe. That is if you believe me, say you believe me. Yeah, believe me. When I say when I believe me, if you believe me, I'll never make you mad or frown. The way you do me, I like the way you do me. You always got me going. Baby, believe me when I say now you ain't my time, you ain't my time, baby. Now you ain't my time, you ain't my time, baby. My baby, say now you ain't my time, you ain't my time, baby. Now you ain't my time, you ain't my time, baby. Say now you ain't my time for my life.
Say now you,
Now you ain't my time for my life.
say now you,
Say now you ain't my time for my life. Now you ain't my time for my life.
say now you.
Say now you ain't my time for my life. Believe me when I say now you ain't my time for my life.
Online 24/7. Tag Community Voice Radio. The radio station for Thurrock's BAME community. Subscribe, listen live, and download our app from the Apple